Yeah, hi, we are from svsembedded. The project title name is IR wireless underwater communication using Arduino with a 16x2 LCD display on both sides. So here we are using one power supply board, Arduino Uno R3 board, 16x2 LCD display, RS enable D4, D5, D6, D7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 5 switch buttons, SW1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are connected with A0, A1, A2, A3, A4. So we are giving the input to Arduino. The output should be displayed on the LCD, and as well as same output should be transmitting through IR sensor. The IR receiver TSOP 1738 kHz frequency receiver module will receive the data, and Arduino will compare the data and it should be displayed on the LCD. It is connected with RS enabled D4, D5, D6, D7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 5 volts power supply module, and this is total receiver module and this is total transmitter module. So let us coming into the hardware part. So here we are using two adapter power source, so 0 to 9 volt and 1 ampere adapter power source we are using. Okay, D power adapter, transmitting and receiving adapter power supply. So bridge rectifier, filter capacitor, 7805 regulator, 1 LED power supply board and receiver power supply board, and this is total transmitting part and this is total receiving part. Arduino Uno R3 board. Here is the reset button, USB programming, 80 mega 328 controller board and 16x2 LCDs is both side. So there are switch button SW1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tactile switch buttons. Okay. So you have to give the input with input data to Arduino. Arduino will send the data through IR transmitter module, and here we are using water. Okay, transmitting the data, TSOP 7038 receiving the data. It should be connected to the Arduino of the receiving module and it should sending the data. Okay, so now power on both side. Okay, so this is an transmitting. Okay, you can normal board. Okay, so it is totally transmitting side and this is total receiving side, input data and output data. Okay, so we have to give the input through switch button, transmitting data, hello, how are you, receiver will receive the data. So if I am removing the receiver power supply and if I am going to give the data, second switch button is on, it is a beautiful day but it is not displaying the data. Go to press reset button, IR wireless underwater communication output data, because receiver wire is removed. If we connect the power supply to the receiver module, then it is accept the data and it will display the data. So everything should be 0 and press both transmitter side and receiver side, IR wireless underwater communication system, input data and output data. So previous transmitting, that's why it is receiving the data. Okay, so input data, output data. So if I remove this cable, if I give the third pin input, nothing should be transmitted. Okay, nothing should be displayed. Okay, if we give the transmitting pin to the transmitter, then receiver will receive the data. Again, one by one we will send the data. First, hello, how are you, first input. Second input, it is a beautiful day. Third input, fourth input, fifth input. So SW1, SW2, SW3, SW4, SW5. SW1, wait for 2 seconds, it is sending the data and again it will receive the data, transmitting. Okay, then go to third switch button. Okay, then fourth switch button. Then fifth switch button, power supply board, Arduino R3 board, 16x2 LCD display, TSOP 1738 IR transmitter module, IR transmitter with IR LED with 38 kHz frequency. Input the data, power supply board, Arduino R3, 16x2 LCD display, TSOP 1738 receiving the data. So transmitting one by one. If you give both at a time, it will go for one by one, it will alternate. So first switch button data, second switch button data, third, fourth, fifth, one by one it will send the data. Okay, then first switch button, first data it will show. So thank you, and this is our total block diagram of the project, and this is hardware kit of the project. So transmitting module, receiving module with underwater communication using IR transmitter and IR receiver module.